I didn't know. He had hit records.
These artists be downright saying that they're demons. Like, look at this. King Von, the demon from O Block. Then he actually has a song called Demon. Like,
because we're one of the biggest acts in the world and we don't have anything to show for it. You know, we're unhappy.
There is quite a dark side of the music industry.
This is how the dark side of the music industry took control. The 48 Law.
I think it's like this huge high life thing, and yes, you might get a big lump sum of money in the beginning, or you might have a huge recording budget and you think the label's paying for it, but at the end of the day, you're paying for it. It's coming out of you.
Yeah.
So
please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Huh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and all day. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
This is how the dark side of the music industry took control. The 48 Laws of Power. Law number 1. Never outshine the master. The etymology of master says a man having control or authority over a place. It also means one who has power to control, use, or dispose. They accomplish this by allowing others to believe that they are in control, when they're actually not in control. It's similar to the American voting system, Democrat versus Republican. But what they don't tell you is that they created both sides so that you believe that you're actually in control. It's analogous to someone laying out 2 options to wear for the day. You believe you have control, but in reality, they put the 2 options there for you. The way these artists stay under the radar is that they give others the credit for their work. They want others to feel smarter and more superior than them, when in actuality, they are the ones that are in control. Follow me for more about the dark side of the music industry.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So let's talk about the dark side of the music industry and how a lot of celebrities are really not making that much money as they say they are or as they believe that they are, because a lot of them are signed to the 360 deals. And now this is all alleged. I was not there for any of this information. All the information that we're talking about have been found on the internet. But the music industry is basically here. It's like a machine that is here to corrupt a certain group of people, and we know what kind of group of people we're talking about. But just like the video was just saying, that, you know, the celebrities are there basically as if they think that they have control over their life and over their money, but they really don't. You know, the creative control is not theirs. They basically tell you what to do. You know what I mean? A lot of time that is the reason why they want to quit after a while, because they really don't have control over the money or the art as much as.
The dark side of the music business.
TLC had 7. Every point is equal to 8 cents. All right? 7 times 8, 56 cents. That means every time an album gets sold, TLC gets 56 cents. So 10 million records, $5.6 million.
That's the addition. Now here's the subtraction. From that 5.6 million, the girls were contractually obligated to pay back both their record and production companies for expenses incurred on their behalf, including recording, travel, promotion, and music videos.
So LaFace record had spent about $3 million on the second album. So that automatically gets deducted from the $5.6 million before we can see a penny. Now we have $2.6 million left to split between the 3 of us. Well, guess what? When you have that much money, you're in about the 47, 48, 49% tax bracket. So that immediately gets deducted to $1.3 million.
Then subtract the percentages paid to their managers, lawyers, and accountants. After generating millions of dollars in profits, TLC's attorney says Tian, Lisa, and Chili each took home about $50,000 a year in 1993 and 94.
We literally did not have anything. And it was really killing us because we're one of the biggest acts in the world and we don't have anything to show for it. You know, we're unhappy. You know, we can't buy our parents
house or, you know, or even.
Chloe breaks down how the music industry works dealing with funding.
The good thing is that even though you do lose money in the music business, you get a coin from everything that comes from the music you're making. So it's like almost the music is almost like the ad. You know what I mean? So it's a business, and sometimes it's sad to think of it that way, but that's why tours go big and everything. That's where you make your money and the big brand deals. So that's like a fact that not too many people know. They think it's like this huge high life thing. And yes, you might get a big lump sum of money in the beginning, or you might have a huge recording budget and you think the label's paying for it, but at the end of the day, you're paying for it. It's coming out of you. So whatever you made from that album, you get that after whatever has been paid off. So it's like a loan.
That is a hard pill to swallow. It makes it hard for you to be a creative artist because it's like so much crazy business that goes into it.
So I'm learning, especially now as a solo artist, I have to have multiple hats. Me as my creative, which is where I want to spend most of my time, but then I also have to put like on my business mind hat, because if you don't, you could get screwed over.
You get a deal for $3 million, and you got to pay taxes on $3 million, but you walked away with 1.8. But you got to pay $3 million, so you got to think about that 1.5 that you spending, paying that for taxes. Now you balled out. Now you got to get another check to make up for the last check. Now you working check to check. Yeah, the check's big, but you working for $1 million to $1 million checks.
A lot of labels be really on artists where it's like, you can't drop for these many months, you can't do this, you can't do that. And they be stuck because they gave them all the money. My first situation was Def Jam, and it was like that. Where it was like, man, try to be pop, try to be R&B, so I'm doing all this different. It's really holding me back.
Doesn't matter, never has. Talent is too easy to find.
Yeah.
And I know that depresses a lot of you. And when people come to me, they always come to me like, yo, this dude is so talented. It just tells me you don't understand the music industry. It tells me you're green when you say that, because it's not about talent. It's never been about talent. Master P is not the most talented rapper in the world. Blueface is not the most talented rapper in the world. It's about success. It's a business. It's about the story. It's about the charisma. It's about who you are. It's about what people think of you.
Relatability.
Whether people like you. It's about relatability, connection, engagement. It's about so much more.
There is quite a dark side of the music industry that I want to address. Showbiz is unlike any other industry. Creeps prey on young people that are naive and don't know better, usually the people fresh into their career starting out. This applies for both men and women. We are often tricked into believing that one person has a power to make or break your career. Typically, it's a man of power working behind the scenes that name drops famous people they worked with and impresses you. In exchange to work with them, you have to sell your soul. And they scare you, claiming that you won't get a better opportunity than this. They will say something like, in order to go on this tour, get a better contract, a record deal, etc., blah, 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 you must sleep with me. Yeah, don't do it. No, never. That's a bunch of phony baloney BS. Don't do it. Nepo babies, it's unfair. They have it easier. Those execs don't want to mess with famous people's children, and that's why it seems to be easier for them to make it big. Non-Nepo babies like me and many others, we all gotta stick together, support, and protect each other.
Exactly. They don't need talented rappers. They need someone who can influence the young people that are in that community. They need someone who has high level of influence. Look at Cardi B. Cardi B is not a talented rapper. We all know that. But before she was Cardi B, you know, that everybody knows and a household name, she was on Instagram as this dancer, and she used to be real loud and ghetto. I mean, but she had influence. People liked her. People gravitate towards her. And then she went on Love and Hip Hop. How many girls that have been on Love and Hip Hop that wanted to make it out, you know, into the music industry, like, what's her name, Jocelyn Hernandez, although she's doing her thing now, but she never got as big as a Cardi B. Cardi B does not care to push a certain message to the community. Meanwhile, whenever her daughter walks into the room and she's listening to her own music, she turned the music off. She's still loud and ghetto and ratchet, but like it or not, she's the one that they're using as the face of the culture. The people in the hip-hop community are the one that they're using as face of the culture, because we don't have anybody to be the face of the culture, so they pick those people to be the face of the culture, right? So whenever she's listening to her own music, like the video that I had shown before in a long time ago, while she was listening to WAP, her own music, and her daughter walked in, she turned it off. Because the thing is, they can corrupt your children, but their children are not going to be corrupt. Look at how what's his name, T.I. was getting his, although I don't agree with this, but he was taking his daughter to get her hymen checked, but the whole time, every music that he ever sang about was about hold this and that, and you know, bitch da, but meanwhile, you are making sure that your daughter hymen are intact, meanwhile.
You know, with rappers, there's so many things that we've done where to maintain the idea of coolness, you know, we have our own daughters and we'll still be rapping about trying to hook up with somebody's daughter. Like not taking the responsibility as a man. That's why I say the song Closed on Sunday is the hardest record ever made. It's hard as the NWA record because it's talking about protecting your kids from the indoctrination of the media, the thousands and thousands of images that are fed to children by the age of 6 or 7. And within those images, there are images mixed in that we don't know about as parents that are purposely mixed in to lower the kids' superpower and esteem so that they can be more susceptible to consumption and feel that they need to consume. And
so it's just like, you know, it's an evil game. I don't know if y'all heard about the pedophilia shit that's going on, you know, in Hollywood or whatever. Like the music shit ties into that. Like imagine kicking it with some niggas. You sign a record deal and you cool and you walking in with them and they take you to a room and it's fucking, they could take you to a basement and this baby's down here chained up. That they doing molesting and doing shit like that. You gonna say these motherfuckers is the devil. I just signed a deal with the devil. What the fuck type of shit is y'all into? But you know you might get your ass killed if you talk too much.
Look, y'all, this is exactly why I say y'all need to be careful with what y'all listening to, bro. Like, they literally, like, these artists be downright saying that they're demons. Like, look at this. King Von, the demon from O Block. Then he actually has a song called Demon. Like, y'all be careful. Like, I done seen a rapper called Raw Youngin have his caption that says, come sign with the demons. Like, be careful to what y'all listening to. Y'all don't understand. Y'all are taking in these people's frequencies. And these people are feeding you their murderous ass frequencies. Now you wondering why you out here about to go pull a fucking drive in, drive whatever, where you about to go pull up on somebody. You trying to figure out why you want to fight now. Like, be careful.
Things I wish I didn't know.
For real, because it's scary because even after X had died and you did that song, when you really start to think about like, dang, like this person passed, and a lot of it has to do with greed. A lot of it, you know, has to do with just the other person just not being on the same kind of vibe or frequency as you, and it's just sad because that definitely crippled Los Angeles as a whole. Because I want people to understand, like, when they do create the music is the biggest thing is ownership.
The fact that the music industry is struggling to find artists when I find 10 talented artists on TikTok every day is crazy to me, actually. But we all know why the music industry is failing. Because in most cases, numbers will get you recognized more than your talent will. I've been in multiple settings where A&Rs will tell me they want an artist that's unique and literally play me an artist that's a carbon copy of a big artist that's already out. And it's totally fine to sound like another artist, but why claim to be searching for something different and new in the industry but signing the same carbon copy? I think in order for the industry to see a change, people need to start taking a chance on people. Let's break in artists. It seems like the days of taking a kid from the street, seeing he has undeniable talent, putting all the money, funds behind him, marketing him from the ground up and turning him into a big star, those days are over. And low-key, that's how we got the Justin Biebers of the world, the Rihannas of the world. That's how we got the Beyoncés of the world. As a consumer, I'm gonna stop for somebody who's unique, somebody who brings something different. They could literally have 2 monthly Spotify listeners, but uniqueness is uniqueness at the end of the day. Star power is star power. I want to get back to the stars. In conclusion, as an independent artist and a music lover, I need the music industry to start taking chances on people again. Okay, let's take risks. Let's go back to those days. Please and thank you.
Here's 3 hard truths about the music industry. Number 1, you can't just drop music. A lot of artists, especially the new ones, think if they make good music and they just release it, everything else is going to take care of itself. But the truth is, you can't just release music and expect everything else to take care of itself. You're going to have to do a lot of other things outside of making music that are going to take a lot of time and dedication. Some of these things include marketing, figuring out what type of content outside of music you want to post on social media, because you're going to have to build a community based around what you do and your music, and the best way to do that is through social media, which takes a lot of time. And number 2, it takes a lot more money than talent to making it in the music industry. All the artists that you see that are very successful, a lot of them had the budget to invest in their career, and that's the main reason why they're successful. They're not necessarily the most talented artists out here. There was way more talented artists out there, but they just didn't have the budget to invest in their music, and that's why they're not as successful. And number 3, there is no finish line in music. A lot of artists think if one of their songs blows up, that's it, they've made it, and they can stop working as hard. But the truth is, when one of your songs blows up and you have all this attention coming in, you're gonna have to work way harder to keep that attention. The work is not ending, it's just beginning.
J. Cole reveals the scary truth of achieving success in the music industry.
I don't want you to get a misconstrued perception about what it's like to be over here, that everything's fine. These people are selling their souls.
Artists are selling their souls, meaning they're forgetting who they are and what's important to them.
Like, I look at these artists, I ain't gonna say no names, but I look at them and I'm just like, bruh, they're not happy. I can tell.
Success isn't just fame. It's having a life you truly love, even if your life doesn't match up with that big idea of success.
Let me readjust and reanalyze what's important to me. Is it this shit out in Hollywood, or is it what I got back home?
Celebrities who sold their soul. Part 1.
Y'all, I apologize and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say, but as far as this music stuff, I won't be doing this music stuff anymore. I started this because this was my dream, and you know, I wanted to make sure I could get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil.
Do you record while the bus is moving, or does it have to come to a stop?
Yeah, well, sometimes they don't want to, and they're, you know, Gaga, we can't get, you know, the frequency's weird, and, you know, it's sounding a little bit strange, and I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer.
Did I sell my soul? I sold my soul for you. Now, figure that out. Talking about I sold my soul for you. Y'all coming right with me, you dummies.
What do you think? Mitch McConnell next? That could be good, doesn't it? Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Mark chapter 8 and verse 36 says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul. Verse 37, or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Watch this.
Now, in conclusion, yes, a lot of celebrities, your favorites, have sold their soul to the devil. But it's not what you think, because you cannot sell your soul. So stay tuned for my video about selling your soul to the devil and what it actually means.